Hello, here I am again with another attempt to tell you a little bit about my journey. Maybe that one in the back is a little bit distracting. I will remove it. One moment, please. So I'm back and I have removed the distracting item. I'm a little bit tired, so I hope I can still manage to make myself understood. What I wanted to address in this video is a little bit about, okay, you have the diagnosis. Who are you going to tell? That's up to you, of course. You have to think very good about that, because once you told somebody, you can never take it back. And how many people do you want to know? Does it make the relationship with them worse, or does it make it better? It's all very hard to predict. So think good about it and hard about it, or you can feel your way around and do it when you think they will respond well. But one of the autism things is that you can't predict how people are reacting, and also that you don't understand always what their facial expressions, etc., really mean. So I would say maybe when you have autism, thinking about it and maybe even making lists with pros and cons would be better than feeling your way around it. I have thought a little bit about it. I started out, of course, telling my friends and my family, but they already knew I was in the process of getting an official diagnosis. So yes, those people know, and then you have to figure out, as I said, when telling would make a positive difference. So people better understand what you're dealing with and will understand that your responses are not what they might expect from the average person. As I said, I only have a touch of autism, so I have some techniques that I learned through the years also to mask and to bubble, etc. So, as I already said, at the most people thought I was a little weird or a little eccentric, and never had I the impression that people thought I was unfeeling or indifferent or that. So I told some people where I do volunteers work, I thought it would only be honest for them to know that I have several small things that I might not respond as they expect. And volunteer work, of course, is a responsibility. It's not without responsibility. I know it's volunteer, but still you have to be there and you have to do the job that you volunteered for as well as you can do. So in my situation, I'm volunteering for what they call in Netherlands clothing bank, and a clothing bank is meant for people who are below a certain income amount, and they get from the government, they get I have to look it up, I'm a little bit too tight, but that also makes me dig deeper, to be as straightforward and honest and emotional with you as I can be. But let's say they don't have much money and they also get food from the voedselbank. The clothing bank is for clothes and towels and bed stuff, etc. All the kind of textile things. And then we also have a toy bank for toys for the children of those families in need. Families in need, yes, might be a nice word. Well, I work then there in the flex pool. The flex pool is a general pool of volunteers that want to be flexible, so they don't have to be there every part of the week. And it's general, also for other organizations, events, etc. So if you want to do volunteer work, but not on a regular basis, then you can register there in the flex pool. Anyway, I'm flexing through the flex pool at the clothes bank, the kleding bank. And I want to do work backstage there, just sorting clothing. Of course, through my career, when I have worked, I have capability of running the cash discs, etc., doing PR or whatever, the officially kind of more complicated jobs or higher education jobs. But I don't want to do that because I want to do my volunteer work to kind of relax, to make me happy. And putting me in a store with a lot of people, I can't do that anymore. Since the situation with the care for my parents, I have lost the touch. I don't know what it is. So yes, I am capable in intelligence, etc., but I don't want to do that anymore. Also, you have to keep in mind that you're dealing with people who are not very happy in state because they are in need. So I'm working there on days when they sell clothes. Yes, they do that also. Because they sell clothes to get funds to give the children of those families in need a paper gift certificate so they can buy stuff they want, because they get in toys for children but they don't get in stuff for teenagers. So they want to give them a gift certificate from which they can find some present themselves, but there is no money for that. So once a week there is a selling of clothes. The shop is open for everybody and everybody can buy clothes. On those days I work there backstage. First of all, when I walk through the shop to put some clothes in, that's okay, because I don't have to react to vulnerable people. The people who buy there are simple buyers, even though they might be people in need themselves also, because the prices are low. That does not, they don't radiate that, because I don't want to make a clumsy mistake or something like that to hurt the people who come there on other days. I won't do that, I know, but it's not a relaxed feeling that I might hurt somebody by accident. That gives me so much pressure and stress that it's not a nice job for me, let's say. So I'm in the back and I'm looking through bags of second-hand clothing, but they And that is the reason. This is a long story, I know. But why I told them is because they tend to see that I have a little bit more of capabilities than people that are mostly behind screens. And they might be tempted to put me in the, more in the spotlight, and I don't want that. So I told them, and they respect my wishes. They keep me nicely backstage and leave me nicely on my own to go through all the clothing and know what they are looking for. And I scan them with my eyes. And being an autist or having autism, I have an eye for detail. So I'm particularly good at that job in scanning clothing, checking if everything is all right, and marks or no marks, zippers working, stuff like that. So yes, I told them also. So it's a difficult decision of who you are going to tell about you having autism. But maybe if you take my examples, family and friends should be fine because they know you already, and probably they might have seen it already, so that it's a sure bet, I think. Acquaintances, maybe not wise, because you're never, especially being like us, you don't know how they are going to respond. But if it has to do with your well-being, depending on how people understand your strength and weakness and dealing with that, like the volunteer work, yes, I would say to prevent trouble of them, for example, trying to push me into a job that I don't want. Maybe even if you're working, if you still can deal that, you might think of telling your employer. Or maybe just wait until they try to push you where you don't want to be, and then tell them why you don't want to be there where they want to push you and why that don't work. Maybe that's a good one. So you keep it a secret until it's relevant. Nice. As you can see, together we can work it out. But anyway, a long and chaotic video again, but that's the chapter I'm currently a little bit dealing with. Of course, I'm also trying to reorganize and rethink my daily life, etc., etc. But I have not really come to a conclusion, so I can tell you about it. I'm still it's still a work in progress. But I am kind of ready with figuring this part of who to tell and who not to tell. So I could tape the video about it. Hopefully in a while I will be able to tape the video telling you some handy things about putting to use in your daily life if you have a touch of autism also. And I am going to talk about medicines. Yes, pros and cons, etc. But I also have that not really, in the Dutch they say op een rijtje. I'm not really processing that, kind of. So I see that not a lot of people are watching these videos about autism, but still maybe it helps me. Maybe it helps the few that are watching. So who knows? Who knows? Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like or subscribe, and keep in mind I also have a lot of other types of videos to watch. So if you think I don't really dig this one, there are a lot of entertaining, funny, nicely analyzing videos that are not heavy. So maybe you could watch them. Anyway, thank you for watching. And maybe until next time. Bye.